Hello EOMasters. Spectral indices are a great way to quickly analyze remote sensing imagery, and there are great collections of such indices available, like awesome spectral indices and index database. SpeX as part of the EOMasters Toolbox Pro provides plenty of these indices in a simple to use GUI. Computing multiple spectral indices has never been so easy. Here it is already open. It is available from the menu under Optical SpeX processor. Simply select the indices you want to compute. That's it. But you have more configuration options. I'll show you how you can use SpeX. For easier selection, you can filter the available indices by compatibility with the current source product. And you can switch between different types of grouping. It can be grouped by application domain, by name, and by source. SpeX does not only support optical, but also indices for radar data. My source product here is a Sentinel-2 product. If I remove the filter, the radar group gets visible. But of course you can also use the text field to filter the list of indices. When I enter water, only indices with the text occurrence of water are shown, either in the vegetation group or in the water group. When selecting an index, additional information is shown on the right. The basic information like the name, the formula, and the domain. Additional attributes can be expanded, which will show the used symbols in the formula, a description, and some platforms this index is compatible with. A link to the source from which the index is taken, as well as a link to the reference paper in which the index is discussed. Because you often don't want to compute the indices for the whole scene, you can define masks. These masks define the pixels which will be computed, either by expression, by a shapefile, or a WKT geometry. These general masks are applied to all general indices. You can also define your own indices with a custom formula and a mask specific for each. Here you can select one index as a template. For example, you want to use band 8A for Sentinel-2 instead of B8, you can do it. And here you can define masks specific for the spectral index. For example, this water expression to let the index only calculate over water. And now we can run the processor, compare the custom index and the default NDWI. The custom index name must be changed. And now we can let it run. After a few seconds, the process is done. The band names reflect the name of the index. And in the metadata, you find additional information about the process indices. In the resulting images, you can see the mask for the custom index has been considered, while the default has been computed without using a mask. But this is not yet all. You can also open the SpeX Database Manager and add your own indices to the database. You can open it from the main menu or from the processor using this database button. Here you can add your custom index in a similar way as just shown for the processor. But there it is stored for later use. and you can modify it later, of course. Your own indices will be shown in a separate source group in the tree of indices. That's it. I hope you like how you can now quickly compute several indices in one process. If you know other indices which are not yet contained in the database, let me know in the comments. The EOMasters Toolbox Pro is available as a plugin for ESA SNAP, and you can try it using the trial period, which you can request after installation. Tschüss and goodbye!